Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Gina Young, and I'm a certified Aroma Freedom Technique practitioner. And I'm excited to share this information with you about the Aroma Freedom Technique and what it involves. Dr. Benjamin Perkus is the one who created it. He is a psychologist with over 20 years of clinical experience, and he has also used essential oils for many years. After studying many of the traditional as well as alternative methods of change, he integrated all of his findings into the simple 12-step process that I'll be sharing with you today. The process was so effective that he left his successful practice because he found that he could help more people by training them to use AFT with themselves and others to clear out negative thoughts, feelings, and memories. You can read more about the process in the book called The Aroma Freedom Technique, which is available online at aromafreedom.com. Or if you're able to be in touch with me personally, I also carry some of the QuickBooks on hand also. But you're more than welcome to purchase those online at any time. The Aroma Freedom Technique, or we refer to it as AFT, empowers people to become free of the negative thoughts, feelings, and memories using a proven and simple step-by-step process. It is easy and gentle. You will feel energized and confident afterwards. You can use it with yourself. You can take care of your emotions. There's no diagnosis involved. It is a non-medical process. It uses Young Living essential oils, the purest and most effective oils. It is proven effective and adopted by thousands of people worldwide. The Aroma Freedom Technique is a step-by-step process of imagery and aromatherapy. We identify what we want. We are able to clear out the resistance. We then learn and practice skills, and then we take action daily. We are able to identify and release negative thoughts, feelings, and memories. We're able to trigger a permanent shift in our views, and we are able to reprogram limiting beliefs to reshape the subconscious. The Aroma Freedom Technique process is a simple tool for identifying and transforming negative emotional traces that may be interfering with our current life goals and our intentions. The purpose of AFT is to help us to get from where you are to where you want to go. Today we are going to talk about our goals and our dreams and how sometimes we can feel stuck, confused, or unable to move forward towards the life we want. Some of us may feel like we are doing well in certain areas of life, but then we are not where we want to be in other areas. For instance, we might have a great career that is going well, but we are not in a fulfilling marriage. Or we might feel a deep connection to our divine source, but we never take time for ourselves to have fun. Whatever you are feeling blocked in, AFT will help you release what is holding you back. Who benefits from this? Almost everybody that you can think of. Men, women, teens and children, leaders, business owners, those in peak performance, such as students taking tests, business presentations, or athletes, those who are dealing with chronic pain for chakra balancing, patients before chiropractic, massage, or acupuncture work, couples, those who struggle with weight, those wishing to increase intuition, mental health professionals, and anyone who wants to realize their dreams and desires. I have a couple testimonials to share with you here, and then I'll share with you some at the very end also. Ms. Judy Lauder, her testimonial is, I had an AFT experience for the very first time as I was smelling many of Gina's oils. I was amazed at how few oil aromas could change my life for the better. I have tried counseling many times for some very traumatic experiences that happened in my life, which you have to relive and experience the events all over again, every painful moment. I had to do it many times to get my mind past it somewhat. But with AFT, you have just a few steps that Gina talks you through. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes with each thought. If it is a deeper issue, you may need to do it again, and it's done. It leaves you so fast. It is an amazing feeling. And Judy's experience and her testimonial, if you're able to talk to her in person, is very, very powerful. Another one here from Rhonda, who is a registered nurse, says, I love this work. AFT is so amazing and transforming. It has changed my life and my clients. What would normally take years to process is literally only taking one session and a short tune-up. The privacy factor and gentleness of the process is especially priceless. AFT is a gift of relief to so many in pain physically and mentally. Blessings from Rhonda. Another one is from Colleen Holder. I work with Colleen over Zoom call. She is out on the East Coast. Of course, I am in the West. And so it's super awesome to work with people that not just live locally to me, but also far away. She reports comfort and peace. I waited to come over to leave a review here at this time after my AFT and TMRT session with Gina has brought me such incredible growth, comfort, and peace with each day moving forward. I wanted to share how powerful the entire experience was. It wasn't just the release I had during the hour of the session. It was the way I felt after and the week after. The technique is so simple, but it is Gina's gift of reaching into our hearts with her calm voice and guides the memories to a place where we can safely release them using the oils for comfort and peace all along the way. There are not words for how grateful I am to have this experience and to know Gina is right there if I need with any questions as I continue to find my way to release, grow, and move forward. Thank you, Gina, for your intuition, knowledge, and heart. You truly are a gift to so many super, super awesome friends that I have met along the way. Next testimonial is from Terry. This past Thursday, I had my second Aroma Freedom Technique session. It was amazing. I walked through some very traumatic things surrounding a miscarriage I had 21 years ago that were still haunting me. The AFT process is mind-blowing. When I began, I was very angry and had terrible aching in my shoulders and neck. And as the session progressed, that feeling began to lift and I began to just feel at peace. I have continued to use the affirmation oil and say my affirmation statement over the past few days. And I can honestly say that when I try to bring up that traumatic negative memory, I have no ill feelings about it like I did before. I always tell people that one AFT session is like 20 counseling sessions all in one. I have also done EMDR therapy before too, which is great, but AFT with oils is like EMDR on steroids. I fully believe that so many health issues are emotionally rooted. I am really thankful for this method of clearing out all the junk. Thanks again. You are the best facilitator. Can't wait to schedule my next session. Love, Terry. Then from Karen, painful memory gone. I have struggled with memories associated with an event that happened at 5 years old. That event had defined me all of my life and had a significant impact on my self-esteem. I was surprised that after TMRT, the memory no longer plagued me. The pain I suffered with for my entire life was literally replaced with a feeling of joy. The mind and the oils can do amazing things together. Thank you, Gina, for walking me through this and for helping me put the pain behind me for good. When we are worried about the future or remembering painful experiences or not sure what to do to reach our dreams, then we are unable to enjoy life or to accomplish things. The problem lies in where our mind is taking us, and our emotions always follow. For example, let's imagine two women. The one on the left is getting ready to give a presentation, and she is standing up there sweating bullets. Why is she so nervous? It is not because she is in any physical danger. It is because the negative voices in her head are saying things like, you don't know what you are talking about. You will mess up. People will laugh at you. Your nose is too big, and etc. These thoughts are what are triggering her anxious feelings, and this leads her to have her palms sweating and her heart racing. The negative reaction could lead her to avoid speaking engagements altogether. By contrast, there is the woman on the right doing the same thing, and she is more calm and at ease. She has a confident mental state that allows her to relax in her presentation and do a great job. The AFT process allows us to go from a nervous situation to a relaxed and from fearful to confident. Where do these negative thoughts come from? AFT is built on the understanding that when we have a painful experience, our subconscious mind develops negative thoughts as a way to protect ourselves from future pain. So for instance, if a girl is being gossiped about or bullied at school, she may develop a belief that she is ugly, or I am not good enough to be friends with the popular kids, or I should just stay home instead of going out and having fun. The trouble is, later in life, that same belief will stop her from having the life that she really wants. She will stay home instead of socializing, or she will not believe that she is good enough for her friends, and so on. We all have developed probably hundreds, if not thousands, of negative beliefs in our lifetime, and these work below the level of our subconscious and rear up whenever we do something that feels at all threatening. The idea that we have negative thoughts that hamper us is not a new one. Even in the Bible, we are told that we need to renew our minds, or that as a man thinketh, so he is. But how do we renew our minds? Some people advise that we should fight the negative thoughts. For instance, if you hear a voice that says you are not good enough, you should just affirm at that moment, yes, I am good enough. Or maybe you should just ignore them and think about something else, like petting your cat, or picturing yourself on the beach, or perhaps just saying an affirmation all day long will overcome the negative thoughts. Now, all of these methods work, and some people get great results by doing these things. The problem is you are constantly engaged in a fight with yourself in these scenarios. You affirm, I am successful, and your inner voice shouts back, no, you are not. So here we get into a pattern of being stuck. We get the negative thoughts that then turn to negative feelings, which then turn to the negative behaviors. What I am presenting to you today is another option, that with the Aroma Freedom Technique, you can actually dissolve the negative thoughts with essential oils. By following the trail back to the original painful memory that gave rise to the negative thought, we identify the source of our inner resistance. Then, using the Aroma Freedom Technique process, the memory complex is gently dissolved by smelling specific essential oils at the right time. As this happens, the negative thoughts disappear and are replaced by confidence, peace, and inner knowing of what you need to do to reach your goals. We all have heard about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Each level met, we then reach for the next one. Where are you in pursuing your goals? Where are you at in life? Do you have food, water, and shelter, sleep, and even air? How about how secure are you feeling in life? How safe is your environment? Are you protected from harm? How do you feel about the presence of being with others? Are you feeling love and compassion for others? Do you have feelings of belonging and being welcomed in your life when you go places? Do you have a strong positive self-image? Do you have some self-esteem? Having belief in yourself and that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Self-actualization. Are you being creative? Are you having fun in life? Are you content? Being genuine and feeling like you have real meaning in your life. Where are you on this hierarchy of needs? Okay, so how does this process work? In AFT, we use the sense of smell to reprogram the subconscious mind. Because the response to smell is so powerful and automatic, when we smell food that has gone rotten, we have an immediate visceral response that will not allow us to eat it. Similarly, when a rabbit smells a predator, it immediately runs away in order to survive. It does not have to think about whether to run. If it took the time to think about it, it might not survive. The sense of smell is our most primitive sense and the one that is most closely connected to our survival. This is because of the olfactory nerve, which is triggered by aroma. It carries the messages directly to the limbic system of the brain, where we process feelings of safety and danger. There is a basic survival impulse either to approach that which is good for us or to avoid or fight that which is threatening to us. The amygdala is a small almond-shaped area of the brain that has two main functions, to process smell and to trigger the alarm bell when we are in danger. It can tell us when it is safe to relax. For instance, incense have been used in religious rituals for centuries because the sense of smell also has the power to calm us. Whether it is a church, a temple, a mosque, or any sacred place, we use the sense of smell to help us to let go of the struggle and stress of the outside world and to connect to our inner guidance. In fact, because of the irresistible power of smell, when we smell certain relaxing scents like lavender, vanilla, or frankincense, it is very difficult not to feel more relaxed. The sense of smell is also very closely linked to memory. We know this to be true because we have all had the experience of smell reminding us of a very specific memory from childhood, whether it is the smell of Cookies reminding us of being at grandma's kitchen, or even the smell of gasoline reminding us of helping our fathers fix cars in the garage. The scent immediately triggers these emotions-laden memories. In fact, studies have shown that the smell will trigger earlier and more emotionally charged memories than the same trigger presented visually or in words. Because of its close association with memory, the sense of smell is particularly well suited for processing and releasing the memory complexes that we identify with the Aroma Freedom Technique. How do we do this? With essential oils, obviously. The scent we use to dissolve memory complex with AFT come from essential oils. Essential oils are natural compounds that are distilled or pressed from fresh organic plants. They are extremely powerful and concentrated. For instance, it takes 5,000 pounds of roses to make 1 pound of rose oil, and it takes 75 lemons to make 1 bottle of lemon oil. The scent that comes from essential oils are naturally balanced and complex. For instance, lavender may have up to 300 different chemical constituents. This means that the aroma can trigger memories and other reactions in the brain in a very balanced way. In the Aroma Freedom Technique, we use specific oils that Dr. Perkus chose through years of experience. There is more and more scientific research coming out to support the use of oils in supporting mental and emotional balance. For instance, scientists have discovered a specific compound in frankincense that triggers ion channels in the brain, giving it a calming and centering effect. Vanilla, which is in the Young Living Stress Away blend, has been shown to have a positive effect on brain chemistry, and lavender is well known for its soothing effects. Real quick, I want to stop sharing there. I want to show you that when we use essential oils with Young Living in this process, what we do is we take 1 drop and put it on the palm of our hand. We rub it around on the palms of our hands, not touching our fingers with the essential oil, because what we do is we just cup our hands and bring it to our nose. So I don't want our fingers up towards our eyes where the fumes would like be near our eyes and cause us to be like, I can't see. But we cup our hands and we just deeply inhale through our nose or our mouth, depending if you're stuffed up, but most of the time just through your nose. And so we'll deep breathe in while I talk to you through the process. All right, so back to our presentation. Here we want to talk about the 12-step process that we go through when we're doing an Aroma Freedom Technique session. And so what we are doing is we talk about it, and I'll teach you about this as we go, because some of these just short phrases up here might not mean a lot to you right now. But to begin our session, we are going to come up with an intention. With that intention, we are going to rate it on intensity. With that, we are going to listen to the negative voice in our head, and I will guide you on that so that you will recognize what you're doing. This for me was the biggest aha with going through this. I did not realize what my own mind and brain was doing to me. I did not realize that negative voice and how powerful it was for me. And so being able to calm that or quiet that, or to be able to get rid of it altogether, is a huge step in this process. From there, when we hear that negative voice, we're going to notice how we feel. Okay, when we find or connect with that feeling, which is absolutely amazing to recognize it once again, we then realize and recognize, where do we feel that at in our body? Because there are lots of places we feel stress, anger, frustration, hopelessness. We can feel that in any place in our body, such as our chest. We might feel it in our gut. We might feel it in our chin or in our forehead. We might feel it in the back of our neck. There are so many places that we feel feelings and we don't even recognize. So when we can tap into those feelings, we then can recall a memory from an earlier time when we have felt this way. Then we use smell and imagery by using the essential oils, and as we do that, we will begin to notice changes. In this process of the 12 steps, it only takes a couple minutes to do each round. As we notice the changes, new beliefs will be able to come to our mind, or we will be able to see new positive light on the situation. Then we go back and revisit our intention. And as we do that through several steps of the process here, we then come up with an affirmation, a new belief in ourself. what we would like to see happen for the future. As we do that, I'll teach you about power poses, which is very, very easy. It is a power pose is a way that you stand that makes you feel strong. So I will teach you more about that in the session. After we do that part and we finish up with our last essential oil, I will teach you about creating an action plan and using our power pose with a little bit of homework for 3 days. It's really, really simple. And how to create an action plan to move forward. Very, very powerful. People have known for generations that smelling pleasant aromas is a wonderful way to relax the body, mind, and spirit. The discovery of the aromas can also dissolve memory complexes, opens up a whole new world for people who want to make lasting changes in their lives. The 3 interlocking techniques in AFT, or the Aroma Freedom Technique, each targets a different area in which we might be stuck. For a memory that feels incomplete, unresolved, or still emotionally charged, we use the memory resolution technique, or what we refer to as TMRT. For a current situation that is creating feelings of being stuck, worried, or overwhelmed, then we use the aroma reset technique, which is a 60-second technique, which is really easy. And I like to leave that with all the people that I work with so that you can continue to use that. For a goal we want to achieve in the future, we use the Aroma Freedom Technique. AFT will reach into the past or present to clear anything that is interfering with reaching your dreams and your goals. All right, so the following slides come from a database from Dr. Perkus, who has collected over 3,400 AFT sessions logged in the certification program. He looked at how possible a person's goals feel to them at the start of the session, going from 0 is hopeless, 10 is totally confident. The purple bars show what percentage of people were at a 3, for instance, or a 5 or a 7. The average rating was about 3.5. Now watch what happens to the graph after just 1 round of AFT, which takes about 10 minutes. You can see how the average rating jumped up about 2 to 3 points. This is typically what happens with each round of AFT. Now notice what happens with a second round after we're finished. By the second round, the average number is even higher, about an 8. There is a steady increase in people's confidence with each round. And here you can see for the people who needed a 3rd round, the numbers continue to climb. So in an average of about 30 minutes, people consistently become more confident, hopeful, positive, and empowered. Let us show those numbers again as we go back to the very beginning when we start an AFT session and we're talking about rating the intensity. This is where people will usually feel at a 2.5 or a 3. Some at a 0, some at a 4. It doesn't matter where you're at, it's where your body is rating that intensity for you. And you'll be able to know by the first number that comes to your mind. After doing 1 round of the 12 steps that we talked about previous, takes about 10 minutes, you will see a significant shift. And then after we've done another round, you will also see a significant shift, ending in between a intensity of 8 to 10 and how well you feel that you can go in accomplishing your dreams and seeing your life in a new light and a new belief and hope in yourself, which is really spectacular. It is pretty incredible how consistently and reliable the process is. We use Young Living's essential oils. We exclusively use them in the Aroma Freedom Technique for a few reasons. First, it is important that any essential oil that you are inhaling deeply be completely pure with no additives, pesticides, or synthetic chemicals. In order to be sure of this, you need to know that the entire process of the oil production, from the proper seed all the way through the cultivation, distillation, and testing and packaging phases, are carefully monitored. Third, the blends that we use in AFT, such as Stress Away, Inner Child, Release, have been formulated by D. Gary Young, who created the blends based on very clear intentions and years of experience. Finally, we want to make sure that people experience consistent results from the Aroma Freedom Technique. It was developed using Young Living's essential oils, and so we stick to a very strict standard in not deviating from that at all. A few more testimonials before we end. This is an awesome testimonial from Wanda that I just got to work with this last couple weeks. She comments, I attended the Aroma Freedom Technique class held Tuesday night on a Zoom call. I had worked a long 10-hour day and was not really feeling a lot that night, just to be honest. In the session, we were asked to write something down that we basically wanted to be released from. Mine was a marriage to my ex, along with the pain and the resentment I had. Well, I did this session and thought, okay, not bad. Let me tell you what happened. Last night, which was 2 nights later, I found out that my ex had gotten remarried. I knew he was dating an old friend of mine and had heard the rumor. You guys, I was like, wow, I am glad and I am happy for him. No resentment or anger as I had expected. I truly believe that the TMRT and AFT sessions helped me to be like, okay, this is an old thing we need to bury, and I was able to release it. If you struggle with stuff that you need to let go, I highly recommend working with Gina. Thanks, Wanda. 3 other quick testimonials here that I have. One is from Heather Johnson out of Wyoming. She says, I have had 2 sessions with Gina and greatly enjoyed the experience and look forward to doing more. The oils are amazing as my negative memories turned into positive memories and left the session feeling more confident and capable to tackle my goals. Gina has a very calm and reassuring manner that makes the experience comfortable and relaxing. I love that you can do a session at home as well as if you have the oils on hand. You would be glad you tried this, and if you try it once, you will want to do it again. Jessica Quick, also very local, said, I have participated in several sessions of AFT now with Gina Young. I do not fully understand how it all works, just that it does. I am so glad I tried AFT with Gina, and I am looking forward to my 4th session tomorrow. And that was from March of 2018. Terry Thomas says, after 1 session with Gina, I was able to get rid of some lingering emotions that just wouldn't quit. I have done 3 sessions with Gina and have learned so much about myself. I feel I have become a happier person, and I would recommend that if you are ever just thinking about trying a session, do. You will be surprised in a very good way. This last testimonial is from Debbie Casto. I love testimonials like this, especially for people who have been stuck and not being able to move forward in their life. Debbie says, Gina worked with me on using AFT. Our first session, Gina helped me to set a goal. My feeling of worthlessness and being overwhelmed was stopping me from doing everyday things. She helped me pick a goal and set realistic expectations. She helped me to work through my feelings using AFT. My goal was to clean my living room in a certain amount of time. Easy, right? My depression and feelings of worthlessness and helplessness were so bad, I would get overwhelmed and my anxiety would kick in and I wasn't able to accomplish things I needed to. I was able to use Gina's teaching and accomplish my goal. I am able to recognize my feeling of worthlessness and being overwhelmed and use AFT to work past the feelings to meet my goals now. Nothing can ever take away my feeling of accomplishment and being proud of myself for meeting my goal. I can never thank Gina enough for the comfort that she has brought into my life through her teachings. So quote from Dr. Perkus, he says, when people are empowered to pick themselves up again after disappointment or to find clarity when they are confused or to embrace the future rather than clinging to the past, they are much more productive, energized, and happy. The impact this can potentially have on society is enormous. Using the simple tool of AFT brings a speed and completeness to the process that opens a whole new world of possibilities for success and freedom, says Dr. Benjamin Perkus. Once again, my name is Gina Young. I am a certified Aroma Freedom Technique practitioner. I am so excited to be able to share this information with you. Feel free to screenshot my information or feel free to contact me at any time. I look forward to working with you or sharing with you more information about the Aroma Freedom Technique. You can call or text on my cell phone. My phone number is 307-871-9357. Or once again, you can also email me at my first name, Gina, Jeanna, 1516@gmail.com. I hope this information has been beneficial to you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you and have a wonderful day.